What's up guys, DK Jones here and welcome to the United States Grand Prix weekend preview, the second of 3 Grand Prix in the United States in 2023. We're going to have C2, C3 and C4 tire compounds, 308.405 kilometers over 56 laps. Last time we were here in 2022, Max Verstappen won ahead of Lewis Hamilton with Charles Leclerc on the podium. And in terms of the weather this weekend, it's looking sunny all weekend round. Drivers' Championship going into the US Grand Prix, we still have Sargent and Ricciardo on 0 points, Lawson and Tsunoda on 2 points, with Magnussen ahead of them. Then we have Zhou behind Nico Hülkenberg and Bottas in P14, Alex Albon up in P13 behind the 2 Alpines, with Gasly ahead of Esteban Ocon. 1 point above Pierre Gasly is Lance Stroll on 47 points behind the McLaren of Oscar Piastri, who is behind the 2 Brits of Lando Norris and George Russell. Charles Leclerc is still trailing his teammate Carlos Sainz, who is behind his fellow Spaniard in Fernando Alonso. Lewis Hamilton is in 3rd behind Sergio Perez, and Verstappen of course clinching his 3rd World Drivers' Championship in Qatar. In the Constructors Championship, we have AlphaTauri at the bottom with 4 points, with Haas and Alfa Romeo being the closest contending teams on the table, I believe. Williams in P7 behind Alpine, who are behind McLaren, chasing down Aston Martin. Ferrari in 3rd, Mercedes in 2nd, and Red Bull of course already winning the Constructors Championship this year. Hotlap of the American Grand Prix on the main straight on the right hand side of the track to open up our apex for turn 1, uphill, so braking really late and then going downhill again as we approach the famous S's of Qatar, trying to weave our way through the S's in as straight a line as possible in order to achieve the fastest possible lap time, as well as just trying to stay on the throttle as much as we possibly can. Going back uphill again, blind left-hander over here as we begin to go downhill again, approaching a DRS detection zone, which is right before the longest straight on the track, which indeed is aided with DRS for overtaking. First race on this track was in 2012, track distance of 5.513 kilometers and a track record of a 1:36.169. Going into the final sector of the track, a very technical area, a place where I can actually see quite a few dive bombs happening and might lead to a little bit of drama. Swinging to the right hand side to open up the second apex of the corner, and then we're going to go to the left, of course approaching the semicircle area, trying to go flat out and then keeping the steering wheel pointing to the right hand side to open up the penultimate corner, staying on the right to open up the final corner, which will end off our hot lap of the United States Grand Prix. Qualifying predictions for the US Grand Prix now, and I feel something brewing on the horizon, and it's looking orange or papaya, whatever color that is. I've gone for a McLaren front row lockout with Lando Norris ahead of Piastri, George Russell in 3rd, with Verstappen in 4th, Lewis Hamilton ahead of the 2 Ferraris, Fernando Alonso in 8th, Albon making it to Q3, and that Williams again, and Gasly in 10th. It's another sprint weekend, so back-to-back sprint weekend. So on Saturday we'll have the sprint shootout and the sprint race. So my sprint race predictions go a little bit like this. I have Oscar Piastri winning his 2nd sprint race in a row ahead of Verstappen and Lando Norris, with the 2 Mercedes behind him. Fernando Alonso ahead of Albon, with Leclerc ahead of his teammate Carlos Sainz, and Pierre Gasly in the top 10 for Alpine. Now it is time for the race predictions in Qatar. I think it's going to be another tense one, top 2 separated by less than 2 seconds. I have Lando Norris ahead of Max Verstappen on the podium, with Oscar Piastri joining them. Lewis Hamilton in 4th, with Lando Norris winning the driver of the day. Hamilton taking fastest lap, and last time in Qatar, got 2 out of the possible 6 predictions, correctly predicting Max to win and get the fastest lap. Weekend schedule for the United States Grand Prix. On Friday, we're going to have FP1 at 12:30 to 13:30 and qualifying at 16 to 17. On Saturday is the sprint shootout at 12:30 to 13:14 and the sprint race at 17 to 18. On Sunday is the race at 14. These are track times in Austin, Texas. So we're gonna have to find out what times these are where you are. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave your predictions down in the comment section below. And from me, DK Jones, I'll see you next time.